Okay guys, welcome to Hog's Tooth Tactical. This is going to be the first video that we're going to put out here, and this video is going to be on a fix for the C Products 32 round 9mm Colt style magazines. All right, a lot of people have problems with these magazines, their reliability, but more specifically in their fit and their ability to simply seat into a rifle, right? So here I have one of the C Products magazines. I've had this magazine along with some others that I bought approximately 2008. So this is an older production and was actually one of their higher quality production eras before they, at least reportedly, got even worse. So I'm lucky to have these magazines, and I'm going to talk to you about a seating fix for these magazines that is very simple, and we'll get into that in just a moment. But first off, let's talk about what we've got in front of us here. As I said, this is a C Products magazine here. They aren't made by ProMag anymore, at least in this color. This is the Dark Earth ProMag polymer magazines. A lot of people don't like these, but actually these have been some of my go-to magazines, believe it or not, because they actually function very well and they fit and seat very well, amazingly. But I guess maybe I just got lucky with the 6 that I purchased. This is a metal form magazine, and you can see here, if you compare the feed lips to these, you can see that there is a difference in the length as well as the follower there. And supposedly this is a Brownells magazine here. Supposedly they are made by metal form, and that's believable. You can see that the markings and everything else is exactly the same. The followers are exactly the same, the feed lips are the same. The only difference is in the finish, which surprisingly these metal form magazines are just a little more expensive than the Brownells, but it seems like this finish is much more resistant and also quite well self-lubricating on the inside. Pretty happy with these Brownells magazines. All right, so what is the issue? The issue is with the C Products magazines, a lot of people report, a lot of friends that I have had these, have tried these. So let's just take a look real quick. This is my 9mm PCC. This is a build, all right? And so the problem I used to have, now this magazine has already been modified, so I'm gonna talk to you about that. But if you just look, these magazines typically will not seat without a lot of pressure, especially on a closed bolt. Well, a magazine should seat on a closed bolt, even with rounds in it, right? Whether or not you have to go to less than capacity or whatever, but under the tension of any kind of round at the top of the magazine follower, you should be able to seat a magazine in a rifle with a closed bolt, especially if you're doing tactical magazine changes. All right, and so you can see there, I just barely pushed on that and it locked into place. Now that was not the case before I made this modification that we're going to talk about. Okay, so press the magazine release button, it comes on out. Before that, I would have to push in here, and under a good amount of force, I would have to shove really hard just to get that magazine to lock into place. And that's a problem, because none of these other magazines, including the cheap and well-hated Pro Mags, did I have that problem with. Okay, and here's the reason why. All right, C Products, there is a production flaw in their specifications. All right, if you take a pair of calipers and you take your magazine apart and you get the calipers in here, and see if I can get these in here without actually taking the magazine apart. Oh, let me reset and zero this, it turned off on me. All right, zero it out, there we go. All right, you get your teeth in here and you check the distance. All right, this one's been modified and corrected, but the distance was 1.20. That's too far, that's too long. So basically from where the magazine lips are locking into place, just in the bevel there of the upper receiver, to where the magazine catch could actually lock into place, there was not enough space, so you're having to shove it in farther just to get that magazine catch to click over that lip and lock into place in that channel. All right, you take metal form magazine, let's measure that one. 1.78 factory. Brownells 1.765 factory. And this is the interesting part. Go here to the Pro Mag. .86, all right? All in spec. C products from the factory without modification are not. They are 1.20. So what's the fix? The fix is, and I just have this little set of little jeweler's files here, and I've taken the little thin flat one. So you're gonna disassemble your magazine. You're gonna turn it upside down with the feed lips facing below you, and you're gonna lock your file just into this little magazine catch slot here, and you're going to file on it and make sure you're going from the inside area and the outside area evenly. Take your time on it. You're going to file a little bit, get it nice and even, take your calipers, check it, file a little bit, make it nice and even, both sides. You may even have to come at about a 45-degree angle filing here, checking it until you're working your calipers and you get it to at least 1.8, all right, 1.18. You get it to at least 1.18, start checking it in your rifle. If it's locking into place, no problem, then you can stop there. Me, on my rifle, mine's a little bit tighter. I had to go to about 1.7 to get these all to lock. And I had 5 of these 32 rounds plus 2 20 rounds. I made this simple modification, and now all these magazines that I've had for years, I can use them again without getting frustrated when I'm doing magazine changes or reloading. It worked perfectly. All right, hope you found this video informational. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. Love to hear back from you. Thanks a lot.